a story or two about my childhood. I'm going to read one of them out to you now. It's called Flakes O'Brien. It's about this guy called Flakes O'Brien. Flakes O'Brien was the best kid in school at Peeling. On the first hot day of summer, he'd lay out in the sun all day long and get really, really sunburnt. Then a couple of days later, he'd start to peel. But he was really careful, and he'd peel his whole skin off in one go. That way he had a complete replica of himself. And he could inflate it with gas out of a Mr. Gaspo balloon and send it to school while he jigged school to play the pennies. Oh yeah, my brother got me this in Texas. It's the world's biggest phantom ring. I'll do a quick impression, won't I? It's the Carpenters. Flakes O'Brien got away with jigging school for years, till one day, for absolutely no reason at all, when Mr. Cutts, the headmaster, was walking through the class. He picked up a compass and stabbed Flakes O'Brien on the top of the head with a pointy bit. Flakes O'Brien farted a couple of times, flew around the room and out the window. Then one day he got careless. He pulled the last layer of skin off. He had no skin left at all. With no skin, he had no future. For years and years he tried to find a job. Then luckily he got a job in the science lab at school. He got a job as one of those guys that stands in the corner and shows you where all your internal organs are. So I sniffed a lot of stencils in kindergarten to get these flashbacks. We stand in the science lab. Oh, it does say club, sorry. And we look at Flakes and he looked bored there in the corner and really sad. So I went to him one day and we spoke to him. He said, Flakes, you look sad, mate. What's up? He says, I've got no skin. I want to get a tat. Thought we'd help him out. We went down to the butcher's, got him some of that skin that the butcher wraps the sausages up in. We wrapped him up in that. That worked really well. Except now whenever he wants to lie in the sun, we've got to prick him with a fork first so he doesn't burst. It gets a bit silly after that. I don't think I read anymore. I'd show you the pictures, but like there's no pictures. Actually, there's no words. It's my pink slip. This is a good fun thing to do and it's really cheap. All you need is a bit of yellow fabric, a bit of red fabric, a couple of sticks and a sewing machine. You can make your own flags and take them down the beach. Amuses me. You know that Greek philosopher Plato? He was an Australian. His real name was Mr. Plateman. Then when he used to say, hey, Plato. That guy who built the pyramids, he was Australian too. They were just down beside the Nile one day drinking tinnies, and someone said, let's start stacking up the empties. I know a lot about history. Those little kids in Pompeii never used to pull faces. Their mums would say, don't pull that face. The volcano might erupt, you'll be stuck like that forever. Now, South Sea Islanders used to sacrifice virgins to volcanoes. The chief would say, look, the volcano's erupting. We've got to throw a virgin in, that'll appease the gods. They didn't really believe that, but it was a great way to get rid of all the ugly chicks in the tribe. This one's called... No, it's not. It's called Lefty Barrel. It's about this another kid I went to school with called Lefty Barrel. This is a plastic bottle with water in it. I spent a lot of money to go to the opera last night and I got ripped off. Fat lady sang first. I used to like summertime the most. In the summertime we'd go around to visit my friend Clapton Crabs and play in his Clark Rubber above ground swimming pool. All summer long we'd swim around and make whirlpools. Big powerful whirlpools. We had another friend, a big fat kid with one arm called Lefty Barrel. He could only swim in circles. He loved making whirlpools. When Lefty Barrel made the whirlpool, it was a monster. Because you had to hire Lefty Barrel out to rich kids to start the whirlpools at their birthday parties. And they'd pay him cream buns plus expenses. One day, Clapton Crabs started using the whirlpools as a kind of crude subatomic particle accelerator. Using helium atoms he got out of a Mr. Gasfo balloon. Soon we were building higher elements like uranium and plutonium and selling them to the French and getting really rich. Then one day, Lefty Barrel picked up a big chunk of uranium that was glowing in the dark. He said, "What's this shit?" Clapton Crabs says, "That's uranium. It's radioactive. I dare you to eat some." Lefty Barrel mysteriously grew an arm overnight. He completely lost all his interest in whirlpools. He went around giving kids Chinese burns because it was something he'd always dreamed of doing. Well, that one gets a bit silly too. I haven't slept for weeks and weeks. People keep following me because I've had this bounty on my head. It's mutiny, Captain Bligh! Mutiny! I'll make you walk the plank! I gotta go. I'm gonna walk home. I didn't drive here, I was gonna walk. Because I'm gonna go to the bar, drink a lot of beer, get really pissed. I tried to do it a couple of weeks ago and I didn't quite make it home. This is to stop dogs from shitting on me in the morning. Thank you very much, good night.
That's great. And it's all true.